Wii U. So while everyone's mad at Nintendo for the Switch 2, I've seen some people going back to the Wii U, and I think that's completely valid. The Wii U is overhated. I think it had a really good library if you don't focus too hard on third parties. And honestly, yeah, some of the Switch's best games were originally on Wii U. And a lot of them are perfectly cromulent on Wii U, and you can get them way cheaper or pirate them. But yeah, Wii U. So I got this Pro controller recently. Seems to work. But I don't really like the joysticks on the Wii U. Like I've just never liked this type of joystick. I've always preferred the concave style as opposed to convex, I think, where, like I replaced the joysticks on the gamepad with Xbox One sticks, and I'm not particularly happy with that. Maybe I'll replace them again. But I got this Pro controller, and I wanted to replace the sticks. I was actually going to do this with my other gamepad, but then I got a Pro controller, and I feel like I'm going to use the Pro controller more often. Because I do have two Wii U's hooked up, because of course I do. One's at a CRT, because of course it is. And I figured I would probably use the Pro controller more, so I prioritized that, and I'll do the gamepad eventually. But I got some sticks from Extreme Right, which this is not sponsored, but generally I've had good luck with their parts. Generally they seem to be of decent quality. So I ordered some nice, like, light purple ones that I thought looked really nice. And I think they will look nice with this controller. Came with some cheap screwdrivers that I will not be using right now, but will be saving. Yeah, this feels decent. These are intended for the Switch Pro controller, but if Xbox One sticks fit on the gamepad, and they are the same sticks, I believe, I would imagine these would work on the Pro controller. Let's find out. Let's move the crap out of the way. And get this thing apart. It's alive during the surgery. Got it. Battery looks fine. Does seem to hold a charge. I charged this, like, when I got it, I think on Saturday, and it seems to still have held that charge. My other Pro controller didn't, even with a different battery put in. And I'm thinking of getting a new battery for it that hopefully will work better. But I don't know. Is this not long enough? I guess I am using the cheap screwdrivers then. Okay. And that's Phillips. And presumably this is Tri-Wing. What? Are neither of them the right size? Are you serious? Oh, the cheap screwdriver... Oh yeah, this is for a Switch Pro controller. Why was I doing that? Okay. Why was I just assuming these would work? These are for the Switch Pro controller. This is a Wii U Pro. I'm tired. Okay. Bag of screwdrivers to the rescue. Most of these are cheapy screwdrivers from other things that I've bought. I'm guessing this is Tri-Wing. That's not Tri-Wing. Is this Tri-Wing? Yeah, I think that's Tri-Wing. Yep. But it might not also be the right... Maybe that is Phillips? I don't know. I've never taken one of these apart, but none of these screwdrivers seem to be right. What? Okay, Tri-Wing it is. Okay. Yeah, it is Tri-Wing. Okay. I don't think the iFixit bit is long enough. That's something that's always annoyed me about the iFixit screwdriver kit. Like, it's a really nice screwdriver, but the, like, tip here, there's certain things where it's just not long enough to hit the actual screw. And it comes with, like, an extender that has the exact same problem and is just useless. Why did they design it like that? That is annoying. For some reason, it felt like I was stripping the screw, but I guess not. Yeah, these screws are weird. They're like really smooth turning, so it feels like I'm just stripping it when, like, no, the screw is coming out. Like they're coming out, but it just feels like I'm stripping it when I'm not. It's really weird. Again, I've never taken one of these apart, so... Glad I didn't drop that. Onto the floor. I have lost so many screws on the floor. You wouldn't believe it. Like, it's insane. Like, so many of my things that I've taken apart are just missing, like, 2 screws, at least. Because I just dropped one of the screws. Like... How do I get this open without breaking it? Better not be a hidden screw. That's going to be so annoying. I think there's a hidden screw. Oh, wait, no. They're not hidden. They're just... I missed them. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. That sounds like something I would do. Looks like all the screws are the same size, so I don't have to organize them in any special way. That is... That doesn't feel right. Okay, that came out. So that's the inside. And I need to get to the sticks somehow. I'm guessing these 2 circular bits here are the stick assembly. But how do I get that out without breaking something? These screws I definitely need to keep separate. Oh, there's no extra screw there. Okay. This is actually very similar to the gamepad. I was expecting more like a normal controller than similar to the gamepad. The gamepad has a similar setup where both sticks are on their own PCBs, if I recall. It's just this is way smaller and way tighter together. More densely packed, I guess, than the gamepad. Stick feels correct. I just need to get this bit back in. Okay. That looks nice. That looks really nice. And it does feel right. So it does feel like that fits. So that's good. That button doesn't feel right, though. I think that's right. Not 100% sure. Okay. So I think the joystick wasn't in all the way. Still feels okay. I'm gonna have to do this on the other side too, aren't I? Yeah, this seems to be working. It's probably not the best way to do this. some reason this side went back in way easier than the other side did. Okay. We take those. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. I'm happy with that. These buttons seem to press. Still turns on. All right. Let's test it. Connects. It's actually connecting to a PS3 brick dongle because I wanted it to work as a gamepad, and you can't do that through software. You need to use like a Wi-Fi dongle that can connect to a Pro controller and a plugin called HID to VPad. Okay. Okay, both those shoulder buttons are working. The stick that I can actually test on the menu is working. Presumably the other one is fine. Start up a game. No, I'm not actually going to play this with a Pro controller. This game needs gyro. This game needs gyro. I just want to test the other stick to some extent. That's the wrong button. Okay, swapping TV and gamepad. Yep, it works. Nice. And of course the home button doesn't work because HID to VPad shenanigans. But everything else seems to work. Cool. Cool. Just finish putting it back together then. Also, before I forget, I have a bag of spare sticks and a couple thumb grips as well. Let's throw in the original sticks. And I can use those if I ever need spares for something. No idea what I would need them for, but if I ever have like a controller where the sticks are like actually bad and actually need replacing and not just, oh well, I don't like it, you know, then those would, like, they're perfectly fine. They're not sticky or anything, so they would work if they're the only, you know, spares I have that'll fit. You know what I said about not dropping screws? It happens. Did I put one in there? Yeah, I did. Okay. Screws on this thing do not feel right turning. Maybe I already put one in there. Maybe I did not put one in there, but it felt like I was just grinding against the screw head. That's weird. It's probably the cheapy screwdriver I'm using. I got this like 10 years ago to, like, I don't know, take apart Game Boy Advance games or something. This is just a 3DS battery, by the way. Like, this is just an OG 3DS battery. If you ever need replacements for this, just get like a Cameron Sino 3DS battery. Specifically the OG 3DS. The other models, a couple of the other models use different batteries. I want to say the new 2DS XL used an OG 3DS battery. The small new 3DS used a very similar battery, but it was slightly thicker and won't fit. And the XLs used completely different batteries, but the OG 3DS battery, I think it's also used in the Switch 1 Pro controller. I don't know about the Switch 2, but I know the Switch 1 Pro controller also used one, if I recall. Yeah, I think this looks nice. I think this looks really nice, and I'm really happy with it. And having sticks that I actually like definitely helps. Like, sticks that I actually like using, not just the aesthetic of it. I think it looks nice. I think the original white sticks also look really nice, but I think this looks good. I could have also done a pastel blue to, like, signify the blue of the Wii U. But, you know, I think this looks really nice, and I'm super happy with it.